Today we're going to talk about construction procurement methods and which one is best for your construction or development project. Before we jump in, let's just take a moment to define what we mean by construction procurement. Construction procurement is a process of purchasing goods and services in relation to an end product. In our case, it's usually buildings. There are three common procurement routes that are used to procure design and construction of buildings. They are traditional, design and build, and management. Whichever of these is chosen, it should fit your criteria for your business case that is also captured in the project brief and project execution plan. The first set of criteria, often referred to in construction as the golden triangle, considers time, cost and quality. However, there are other considerations such as constraints, risks, financing, flexibility to change and complexity. So let's take a look at the options, starting with traditional. Traditional is identifiable with the client who retains the responsibility for the design, and the contractor is responsible for the construction. Traditional has been around for a very long time and is standard practice in the construction industry. The highlights of traditional procurement are: the design is separate from the construction, full information and documentation is produced before the contractor tenders the works, the contractor will competitively tender against other contractors except in some cases where negotiation takes place, and there's also a professional construction consultant who will act as the contract administrator. The client has control over the design process through their appointed designers and consultants. Cost certainty is high because the information has been detailed prior to tender and construction. Design and construction are sequential processes, and lastly, the risks are balanced between both parties. Next is design and build. Design and build is a procurement route where the contractor designs and constructs the project to a lump sum agreement and acts as a single point of responsibility. The highlights of design and build procurement are: the contractor is responsible for the design stage, which is usually taken over from a developed design stage by the client. The contractor will also comply with a set of employer's requirements that are produced by the client. The contractor will also produce contractor's proposal and a tender price that responds to the employer's requirements. The client has no control over the design stage. Design and construction run in parallel to suit the contractor's program. There's an element of cost certainty as the contractor has agreed the price from the outset based upon a set of robust employer's requirements. The risk is low to the employer with regards to time and cost certainty, but the risk is high to the employer in terms of design, quality and flexibility of change. And lastly, we have management. Management procurement is a process whereby a series of trade packages or work packages are procured and managed by a consultant or a contractor. There are two forms of management procurement. There's construction management and then there's management contracting. The highlights of management procurement are: the design runs in parallel with construction, early commencement is possible because the trade and work packages are procured as and when required to the procurement schedule. There's no cost certainty and the project proceeds on the basis of a project cost plan. Costs are controlled and monitored during the construction process, and the final cost is only known once the last package has been placed. Design changes can easily be incorporated in the construction process. The risk is high to the employer in terms of cost and time certainty. However, the risk is low to the employer in terms of design, flexibility, change and speed. So to summarise, when procuring a construction project, you should 1. Review the project brief to identify the objectives. 2. Review the objectives and put a scoring matrix or criteria against these. And 3. Develop a procurement strategy that assesses the options, traditional, design and build, and management, and score these and assess these against the set criteria. So I hope you found value in this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us and we look forward to hearing from you.